mis amores. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back to my returning subbies, okay? My fellow fairies, my fellow spiritual gangsters, who are just people who take very good care of what God has given us via the divine feminine spirits, okay? I am indeed Siani, and this is indeed my world as much as it is yours. I'm an artist and healer, and all my booking information is down below in the description box. Now let's get into the video, okay? So today's video is a spiritual checkup and advice, okay? Spiritual checkup and advice. Let's get into it, okay? So I'm going to pull some cards that I've made, okay? And see what comes out, okay? Let's see what comes out, and then I'm going to pull out some tarot. Okay, so let's see. We have, frankly, I'm suspicious of anyone who has a strong opinion on a complicated issue. Okay. So we're going to pull 3, okay? So that could be you or somebody else. Maybe you're having a strong opinion on a complicated issue. We'll clarify with tarot. Okay, and then we have there is a message in this situation. And we have, sorry, it just cut off. But it says here feelings. Okay, maybe you feel like somebody cut off your feelings. Who knows? Okay, we're gonna get into it. I'm about to pull some tarot on each of these, okay? But I am feeling already that there's something going on here with your emotions, okay? A lot of big emotions here, big emotions, deep in the feelings, okay? Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. This could be you or somebody else, but I am getting a lot of big emotions. Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. That is clarifying. Frankly, I'm suspicious of anybody who has a strong opinion on a complicated issue. So with the 6 of Cups being here, this can be somebody that from the past, maybe your family, okay, or somebody that you live with. And maybe they're having a strong opinion about something they really don't know much about. Okay, and we have there is a message in this situation. Clarifying that, we have the 7 of Cups, the Emperor, and the Knight of Swords. So there's definitely a message in this situation. So if you were feeling like you needed to cut this person off or whatever the case, I'm not really getting that. What I'm getting is that you're learning how to deal with difficult situations, okay, and not reacting so quickly, because there's a message in this situation. That means that it goes for both sides, not just one side. It's never just one side. Situations find us in life so we can learn as well, okay? So clarifying feelings, we have 2 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So this definitely has to deal with a relationship. This could be with a partner. This can be with a friend, family member, someone in like your boss or something like that, at your job, maybe a friend like a coworker. But this is clarifying feelings. So the feelings here is that you do want to keep this going, because you got the 4 of Pentacles and you got the 2 of Cups, and then we have the Page of Swords. So what's needed here? We're going to get into the advice, okay? We're going to get into the advice, and it's looking like what's needed here is the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords. It's giving communication, proper communication, okay? That's what I'm getting, but I'm going to pull 3 cards specifically to give us more. Okay, we have the Sun, Queen of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, for sure. It's just being able to express your needs with the Sun, okay? Your joy, whatever it is that you need, right? And then the Queen of Swords, she's able to communicate very well. That's what she's known for, the Queen of Swords, okay? Being able to make decisions, stand up for yourself, but do it in a way that's professional, okay? She's the professional queen, okay? She's professionality, okay? And I think that is what you're learning in this situation. This situation is not causing you to flee. That will actually make the situation worse for you and for everyone involved, okay? It's for you to stay grounded. And with the Emperor here, it's like take reins of your life. Like, don't let outside things really pull the rug under you, okay? You have that choice mentally, okay? Mentally you have that choice, because there's a lot of swords out here, swords and cups, which is big emotions, okay? When they're combined, cups are emotions, swords is information. And what you do with that is very important, because big emotions can really cause for us to make big decisions in our life, right? So I'm getting that you needed some clarity here, and you clicked on the right video, okay? Spiritual checkup, okay, is that you're in a situation that is causing you to reflect and ground, okay? Your spirit team doesn't want you to be pointing fingers or none of that, because that's not going to help the situation, is what I'm getting here. So your advice with the Queen of Swords, the Sun, and the Two of Pentacles is to be able to know when to step in and when to step out, okay? And when you step in, do it very intentional. Make sure you breathe before you speak. You know, make sure you know what you're going to say. Make sure you're committed to not overreacting and blowing things out of proportion, because I am getting some of that, okay? Maybe this situation has like triggered a wound in you, okay? Like it's definitely giving that. It's definitely giving that, okay? And it's time for you to face this wound and rise, okay? Not so much point fingers or do none of that, okay? Now, I'm not saying this other person in this situation doesn't have a role in it, okay? No one's totally all the way right. No one's totally all the way wrong. It is more so about you making sure that you're grounded, so that, and you're doing your best so that the situation can rise, okay? Can get cleared. There's some type of clearing here, because once you're not acting petty, and I can say this out of experience, once you don't act petty, then the other person's not gonna be, if right, that person choose to act petty after that, they're gonna feel dumb, because it's like, damn, I'm over here doing all of this and this person isn't really matching my pettiness. They're eventually gonna have to stop, okay? So that's what's going on here. You are currently rising from a wound. We have the hang. These are 2 extra cards that your spirit team asked me to pull. So we have the Hanged Man and the Hierophant. So this is the wound here. The wound is being made little. That's what I'm hearing. Being made little. This can be reflected also in the other person, Okay, maybe the other person is making you feel little. Who knows? I am getting that here though. And maybe it made you overreact because you're like, I don't deserve to be treated like this. Okay. Because for the Hierophant, who represents like the Pope or a priest, something like that, to be in the position of the hanged man, it's like I'm getting somebody like basically crucifying you in a way. But this is actually forcing you to look at the situation in a different perspective. Okay. So my heart goes out to you. Soul story number one. I know it is not easy out here in these emotional streets, but you are able to ground your emotions and get clarity on it. Okay. Just make sure you don't take things personal. Okay. Because that's really what your spirit team really wants you to do, to step in this Queen of Swords position. Okay. The Queen of Swords is able to make a decision with no, you know, she doesn't have her emotions in it. She's looking at it in a lens of what is best in this situation. You know, a bigger perspective. Okay. Sometimes our big emotions, they come from when we're looking at something very in a minute way, in a small way. But when we zoom out and we look at the bigger picture, it helps to balance these big emotions. Okay. Is what I've noticed. Of course, you could have big emotions when you zoom out of the picture too. You could be overwhelmed, like, wow, how beautiful, or wow, how crazy, or whatever. But it gives more of a grounding to the situation because you're not just looking at a small part of the situation, which then leads you to be blind. Okay? You don't want to be blind with big emotions. You want to have the whole picture with the big emotions. And many times when you get the whole picture, like I said, your big emotions get more grounded. Okay? So that is what I have for you. We are going to leave you off with a beautiful affirmation. Okay? I just got this deck. I really love it. Okay? So here it is. Failure is a part of learning. Okay? So I am getting that, you know, this was a lesson that you needed to learn. There's a very big emphasis on two-way street, you know, so the wound in you was just as big as in this person, so have compassion. Okay? There are two mushrooms on this card, so, you know, this could represent you and this person. I am getting, there's a bubble around these mushrooms, so it's like you guys are protected. This is somebody that you love, so maybe that's why, you know, the card feelings came out, and there's a message in this situation came out, because whoever this is in your life is meant to be there, is meant to stay. Okay? So there's also butterflies, so that, you know, that is very significant. It's pointing to transformation. Okay? So I'm getting that this is a big lesson in you guys' relationship, and now you could just move forward. Okay? With this lesson, with these better skills. Okay? That's not only going to help in the relationship, but help in the outside world, help you in your own personal life, help you with your own emotional well-being. Okay? This was something big. It wasn't little. And congratulations, okay? Because you are on the way to becoming a stronger and better version of yourself. Okay? So remember that your strength comes from within and not from without of you. Okay, I don't know how you say that. Your strength comes from within, not without. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's what I have for you. Remember, you are made up of stardust, okay? And baby, the stars shine bright. Okay? So you already know, feel free to watch any other video or any other soul story. Okay? Peace, love, and light. What's good, mis amores? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back to my returning subbies, okay? My fellow fairies, my fellow spiritual gangsters who are just people who take very good care of what God has given us via the divine feminine spirit, okay? I am indeed Siani, and this is indeed my world as much as it is yours. I'm an artist and healer, and all my booking information is down below in the description box. So, now let's get into the video. Today's video is spiritual checkup, okay? So, story number 2 and advice. So, if you were drawn to this cute little image of a green leaf house, then this is your reading. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards and then we're going to clarify with tarot, and then I'm going to wrap the reading up with an affirmation. Okay, so let's see what comes out for you. So story number 2. We have wish fulfillment, the Emperor, period. And we have grateful for what happened. Period. Okay, so now I'm going to pull 3 tarot cards off each one. Okay, and let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Holy Spirit, help me to connect to their spirit guides, to those who are called to receive this message. Okay, we have clarifying wish fulfillment, bitch. We got 3 of Cups, the Hangman, and the Hierophant. You may be drawn to soul story number 1 because the Hangman and the Hierophant did come out at the end of that reading. So you may receive a message from soul story number 1 as well. So clarifying wish fulfillment in your spiritual checkup video. We have celebration, okay? So I'm getting that you have been working very hard towards something and you weren't seeing, like, you were getting results, but it was very minimal, okay? So maybe like you're highly qualified, but you weren't getting the position that you needed, okay? But it's getting that you are getting this position, or you already have this position, okay? You're definitely on the way. You're definitely on the way, okay? Because the 3 of Cups talks about celebration, okay? And the Hierophant is like the Pope. It's a qualified person, somebody who has earned their robes, their tassels, you know? Like when people graduate and they graduate from, they have high honors or something like that. It's like that, okay? So maybe you're somebody who has things like that, or you have experience under your belt, you have education, something, talent, you're very qualified, okay? Connections, something like that. Skills, all of that, right? And then the Hangman, it was like at a point felt like everything was paused, everything was not moving. And that time I'm getting was happening to show you that you are more than your qualifications, that life is more than results, even though results matter, but you are not a result is what I'm getting. Like, you know what I mean? Something about that here, okay? Something about that here. Of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but I am getting that, okay? And the 3 of Cups, like, you guys have something that's worth celebrating coming in, okay? As in like a new opportunity, because we have wish fulfillment. Okay, so clarifying the Emperor, we have the Star, bitch. We got the Star. Whatever this is, you're going to be shining in it, okay? And then we have the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. Wow. So I'm getting that you are coming from a very, very dark place in your life, okay? The 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles is like literally the desert, okay? It's literally the desert. It's like grief and poverty, okay? And this is clarifying the Emperor with the Star, okay, with the star card. So it's just like you're gonna be able to rise from the ashes is what I'm it's giving Pheonix, okay? It's giving Pheonix rising, okay? That's what it's giving. It's giving butterfly, it's giving all of that, okay? So then clarifying grateful for what happened, we have the Two of Wands, the Nine of Swords. Ooh, your spirit team gave us an extra card. The Ace of Cups and the Eight of Swords, bitch. If you click this video, like I definitely understand. I definitely understand. I definitely understand. Okay. So what is giving is that you felt trapped by your own mind. Okay. Okay. So you are this highly qualified person. We have the Hierophant and the Star. Okay. Those are like the most two qualified cards in the deck of tarot. Okay. Yet, however, you are overthinking, okay, yourself, your qualifications, or whatever the case is. Okay. All right. Maybe there was if not, if you weren't overthinking your qualifications, it was like you were overthinking your past or like things that happened. You were letting outside circumstances influence you to the point where you were having anxiety and felt stuck, okay? You weren't trusting your inner gut because we also have the Two of Wands, which talks about direction, okay, perspective, planning, being able to move from your gut instinct, right? So it's like you weren't trusting your gut, and for that reason, you were stuck, okay? For that reason, you couldn't move, right? Now, however, we have the Ace of Cups, and what you did, it's not even giving like it's giving that you are at this point right now, okay? So you already or right now are allowing your cup to be filled, okay? You're allowing your cup to be filled. You're looking at yourself as this chalice, which is a cup, okay? This chalice that spirit can pour into, and you're allowing yourself to be who you are, okay? You're allowing yourself to be who you are. I think before, maybe you saw yourself as a broken chalice. I don't know, okay? It's giving that. You were looking at the broken parts because spirit is showing me the image of this it's this sacred art. I don't know what part in Asia, but they take broken glass and they put it together with gold, okay? It's like glued together with gold, and it's very sacred, and it symbolizes that like growth and something like that, like rebirth and things like that. So you're allowing yourself to be reborn. Okay, I'm seeing that you're getting rid of this woe is me. Okay, you're getting rid of this woe is me attitude. Okay, so now let's get into the advice. I mean, you're very strong. Okay, you're very strong. Keep trusting your intuition. Okay, we have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So, wow, a lot of page energy here. Also, a lot of like pursuit energy. I'm surprised the Knight of Wands didn't come out. But we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Spirit is putting you in a position where you're now relearning yourself. It's like the world is brand new to you. Okay, this opportunity that is coming in very soon or is already here. Okay, I'm getting it's an opportunity. It's not something that's metaphysical, like, oh, you know, it's no. This is due to your changes of who you are. You have manifested like something in the 3D, okay? This could be a new job, this can be a new relationship, this can be a new house, this can be travel, this can be any of these things, but you have definitely manifested something, okay, that you really wanted, okay? And spirit is giving it to you because you are now ready. You're looking at life through the lens of a student and you're listening to your emotions instead of fighting them. Okay, instead of fighting them is what I'm getting here. That is what Spirit is asking for you to do, is to go with the flow and don't fight against, cuz what I'm getting is that you were ignoring yourself while you were pursuing your career. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Your career or a certain lifestyle or something. You were ignoring the internal, the emotional, because the extra card that came out was the Ace of Cups. So that's very significant. Okay. But yeah, now that you have allowed yourself to rest, you allowed yourself to face any internal conflict, any unmet needs, now you're able to step out into the world the way that you're meant to. Okay. Wow, that is so beautiful. Soul story number 2. Okay. Ring a ding ding. Okay. I would love for you to comment down below. Do not be shy. Okay. Or at least give this video a thumbs up if you resonate. Okay. Wow. Spirit has 3 affirmation cards for you to close out this reading. Okay. We have never stopped growing. Small progress is still progress, and you can and you will. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is definitely telling a story. Usually I only take out 1 affirmation card, but this time Spirit gave me 3, right? So I'm gonna take that, and I see why, because it tells a story here. This gives more insight. So you definitely are someone with a lot of fire, a lot of talents, a lot of gifts, passion, purpose, and maybe you wanted things very quickly. Okay, but that's the thing. Spirit had to slow you down here with the hangman. Okay, so that you don't burn yourself out, and that you enjoy the journey of life. Okay, because it does go by quickly, and you don't want to look at yourself as a machine. Okay, yes, you're very talented. Yes, the world needs your gifts, but you need you more than anything. Okay, and you're not just your gifts. Okay, but they are very important. Okay, they are very cool. Okay, so it's about embracing you, but also not seeing you as just this vessel. No, you're a living vessel. Okay, so never stop growing. Okay, small progress is still progress, and you can and you will. Okay, so this stagnancy that you have experienced, it served you in a very beautiful way, and I'm hearing your spirit team say that you are such a beautiful person, and they're very proud of who you have become. Okay, so yeah, remember that small progress is still progress. You can and you will, and to never stop growing. That's what I have for you today. So story number 2. Okay, remember that you are made up of stardust, and baby, the stars shine bright. Okay, so do not dim your light. Okay, so yeah, baby, feel free to watch any other video or any other soul story. Bye. What is good, mis amores? So welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back to my returning subbies. Okay, my fellow fairies, my fellow spiritual gangsters, who are just people who take very good care of what God has given us via the divine feminine spirit. I am indeed Siani, and this is indeed my world as much as it is yours. I am an artist and healer, and all my booking information is down below in the description box. Okay, now let's get into the video. Today's video is spiritual checkup and advice. Okay, so this is your spiritual checkup and advice. So story number 3, you were drawn to this adorable purple fairy house, okay, with flowers on the top, alrighty, and a tree trunk. You may be spending more time out in nature, all right, is what I'm getting, or you're being called to. Okay, this is gonna help you some way, somehow. Okay, maybe you've been really, I'm getting like you really are like seeking hard. Something about that. Like you're seeking this new life, this new, something new. very, very hard. Like you're tired of the old, okay? Which is beautiful because we're at the end of the wood snake year, which is all about transformation. Of course, it's a timeless reading, but that is relevant as I am recording at this time, okay? And next year, 2026, is the year of the horse, okay? So really, really cool stuff. This is definitely the time to be seeking change in a new direction, okay? So story number 3. So I am feeling that you're questioning, am I aligned? Am I aligned? Am I aligned? Yes, you are. Okay, you are exactly where you're meant to be. We have the Queen of Pentacles, astral travel, and then we have balance, heavy, and sweet. Okay. So I'm going to pull some tarot on each of these cards. So I am getting that you are in a relatively great place in your life, or you are about to be, okay? Wow, the Hierophant came out in all 3 of these readings, okay? That is so cool. So that is very interesting. I'm speaking to some highly ranked, spiritually gifted people, okay? So for the Queen of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Swords, the Hierophant, and Strength. So I am getting, soul story number 3, that you have came up against a lot of people who get triggered by your light. Okay, I'm getting that you are very beautiful, you're very charming, you have this magnetic pull about you, you're very sweet. I'm getting that this balanced, heavy, and sweet is you. Okay, you are naturally very balanced. Your walk is heavy, like as in like your pull, your magnetic pull is heavy. Okay, and you have this sweet vibe. Okay, it's giving like home cooked dessert. Okay, like oof, love it, love it, love it. It's giving juicy. Okay, the Empress came out. Yay! Oh my god, I love my Empresses. I love my Empresses. Okay, period. Poo. So yeah, spiritual checkup is that you indeed put people in their place. Whoever was trying to come for you and like tarnish your name or anything like that, like just by you being strong in yourself, really, like that's how you won. Okay, that's how you won, because I'm getting that you definitely won. Okay. All right. And it's not even like, I don't even think you really said much. It's really just how you move. Okay. It spoke for itself. Your energy spoke for itself. Okay. And when you did speak, it was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Who were these people coming towards? Like, they definitely need to think again before they ever try somebody. And that's exactly why whoever that was, whatever energy that was trying to bring you down, definitely got checked. Okay. So anyway, clarifying astral travel, we have Page of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and Page of Pentacles. So a lot of page energy here. You may be new to astral travel, or your spirit team is asking you to, dive into more astral travel, because you can. Maybe you thought that you couldn't. Yeah, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords here. You definitely can. Maybe this is something you already do and you don't even know. Like maybe you can control your dreams. That's a form of astral travel, okay? That is a form of astral travel. So that I can definitely vouch for, because I myself haven't like actually had an outer body astral travel experience. Well, I have once, but I felt like that was involuntary. Like I think spirit literally just like took me out of my body one day. But I do control my dreams. Like I can definitely do that. I can definitely control my dreams, and I be having a blast in my dreams. So maybe that could be a good starting point, or maybe you're already able to do that, and that's just confirmation that you will be able to astral project. That's like the next level for you. Okay. because we do have the Eight of Swords, and I'm getting that like Spirit is asking for you to actually to get out of your body and try astral travel. So you're ready for that, is what I'm getting. You are ready for that. Maybe you were scared. I get it. That's why I never astral traveled voluntarily, because I'm like, what the hell? What if I die? What if I, but nah, baby, you one of God's greatest. Okay. God's not gonna have you stuck in the freaking ethers. Okay. So yeah. Now clarifying balance, heavy, sweet. And when I say you're one of God's greatest, that doesn't mean that other people aren't great, but it's like you got things that you still got to do, okay? Everybody is one of God's greatest, okay? Because God is great. But you got things that you still got to do here, okay? Speaking of things you still got to do here, clarifying balance, heavy, and sweet, we have the King of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Definitely still got things to do here. You have a lot of abundant potential and things that, not even potential, these are things that are destined to happen. Okay, these are things that are destined to happen. It's just about time and you channeling your dreams into this 3D world. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So maybe even like the dreams that you're having while you're sleeping, or where you're going in the astral realm next, okay? Because, you know, with astral travel, or you could, you know what I mean, you could be already astral traveling. But these places are relevant, and these stories are all relevant, okay? So I'm also hearing to get a dream journal, okay? Write down your dreams. This could be in your notes on your phone. This could be anywhere, okay? Just write it down, because it is significant. You're going to be working hand in hand with your spirit team to uncover your next steps, okay? Because there's a lot here in the Akashic records I'm hearing. Because with the Ten of Pentacles, that represents inheritance, okay? Your soul. Well, look at this, the Wheel of Fortune, okay? That all talks about destiny, Akashic records, and all this stuff. So there's a lot of things that are meant to unfold, baby girl. I'm getting that you could be a feminine, you could be a masculine, but it's giving like you're in tune with the feminine energy at a very high level, because the Empress came out, okay? So you got that walk, you got that talk, you got that, okay? Anyway. So, King of Wands and Knight of Wands. So Spirit is affirming that you are really balanced as well, okay, within your feminine energy, because we have the King of Wands, which is a masculine. So yeah, you're ready to strongly take a step forward into the path that you're destined to go, which is I'm getting that it's like I'm getting this vision of like all these gifts, and they're ready to be unwrapped. Okay, they're ready to be unwrapped. So you have all these gifts, and now something about now, like they're ready to be unwrapped. They're ready to be, like, if you have a business, or if you have something that you've been working on, you've been cultivating a vision, a plan, a purpose, a mission. This is the time now where you will be taking action to bring this into the 3D. Okay. All right, so let's get some advice for you, my love, before we close out this reading. So we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands wanted to come out before, so I am not surprised. Okay, and we have the Page of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So what I'm getting here is that Spirit is advising you to ground this vision, okay? Really ground it with the Four of Wands, okay? And celebrate it. Really indulge in the feeling of it being here already, and take those steps towards it, okay? Also, dream big, okay? Dream big, okay? With the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a dreamer. They're an explorer, okay? They're quirky, okay? So if, embrace your uniqueness and go towards it with the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, many times to me represents going in one direction, like really focusing all your energy in one direction. And that's what it's giving here. Okay. Sometimes it can be responsibility, and I'm not going to ignore that that is coming up in this reading. Okay. Because we have heavy and we do have responsibility here with the Ten of Wands. So, you know, what I'm getting is this next chapter of your life, you are going to have more responsibility. Okay. But that's okay. Okay. But you just need to know that you're going to have more responsibilities. But I'm seeing you being excited about it because you're in a place where you're ready to accept these responsibilities. Okay. For example, if you're registering your business, that means you have to file taxes. Okay. If you're getting higher in your career, that means, you know, etc., etc. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. So anyway, that is your advice here. Your advice here, again, with the Four of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Ten of Wands, is to focus on what you're wanting to manifest and really ground it and bring it into this reality. Okay. So that's what I have for you, my sweet baby. Soul story number 3. And to close out this reading, I'm going to pull out an affirmation card. Let's see what Spirit has for you, okay? We have 2. We have nothing is too hard for me, period. What did I say about the responsibilities, okay? And a little sense of heaviness, okay? No, it doesn't say allow. Always follow your heart, but maybe that's relevant to allow yourself to follow your heart. Allow yourself to follow your heart. Yes, okay? And here there's a lot of imagery of flowers, hearts. So a lot of things are blooming. Your heart is going to feel like it's blooming because you're going to be doing what you love in this next chapter of your life. So get ready, baby. Okay, get ready, period. Alrighty, so I would love to see your comments down below. They really always light me up when I see comments. I love to read them and respond. And I love when you guys just like lift each other up. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. Okay. So let's continue building this community here. And yeah. Okay. So that's what I have for you. Okay. And remember, you are made up of stardust, and baby, the stars shine bright. Okay. So never dim your light. Period. Feel free to watch any other video or any other soul story. Bye.